everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Cynthia by Sillybutts. The Cynthia is a 3D printed blaster designed by Sillybutts, and it is a spring-powered bolt-action magazine-fed blaster, and it is really, really cool. Let's get into the overview. Starting up at the front, this giant Barrett M82 looking thing, or M82 muzzle brake looking thing, is a P-car. This is plastic centering and rotation. It basically uses little plastic ribs on the inside to catch the foam of the dart, causing twist and making the shot more accurate. It's essentially rifling. But this can be removed and replaced with any other rifling device. This one also will not come with the Cynthia you will likely buy from Out of Darts. This is a pretty custom one that was made by somebody in my Nerf group, and I bought it off of him. So yeah, this is going to have a lot of custom parts. But I still wanted to review it anyway because it's a pretty cool blaster. Going back from there, you have the barrel. This takes standard hobby barrels, and it has a barrel collet for toolless barrel replacement. Up at the top is a tactical rail. Of course, there's also one on each side and one on the bottom. The bottom one has this cool little bipod that the person who I bought this from also printed, and also has this angled foregrip, which makes it nice and easy to hold the blaster when you are holding it and firing it. On the top rail, I have a Pinty 4x magnification scope, and it's pretty overkill for a blaster like this, even though it hits over 200 FPS. I wouldn't put it on a regular dart blaster. If anything, I'll probably move it over onto my Moose 2 and use probably this Axion red dot for this blaster, because I don't know, you just really don't need a zoom scope for a regular dart blaster. But behind all the rails and foregrips and stuff is the magazine well. This blaster takes any standard Talon magazine, no angled Talons, no Nightingale mags, and no katanas. Of course, back behind it is the mag release, which can be struck either by your mag grabbing hand or can be struck by your trigger finger. This does not allow for gravity dropping, and it's honestly kind of strange, but rather neat regardless. Up and behind the magazine well is the bolt handle, and I will operate this right-handed just this once to show you. So this is a realistic bolt action blaster. To operate it, you flip the bolt up, pull it back to prime the blaster, push it forward to close the breech, and then you are now ready to fire. And that will fire your blaster once, and of course, this blaster does not have slam fire. But with it not having slam fire, that actually allows the blaster to be deprimed. To deprime the blaster, you hold it by the bolt, and then you pull the trigger with your other hand and slowly let the bolt come home. And this allows you to reset the spring to its uncompressed state without dry firing the blaster, which is a good thing, honestly. Of course, going back behind the grip is the trigger. This is a nice trigger. It's probably the most comfortable trigger I've had on a Sillybutts blaster, except for maybe the slab. It's kind of a toss-up between this and the slab of which has the most comfortable trigger. Down at the bottom and back here, we have the grip and the stock. This is a thumb hole stock, but it's honestly a pretty comfortable one. I don't see this really inherently limiting mobility. And the stock is a bit short, but whatever. It is what it is. And yeah, that's really all I have to say for the overview of this blaster. Now, let's go out to the range and fire it. Alright, we are out on the range with the Cynthia, of course at the alternate angle that y'all haven't seen since the Vulcan video. That's because, I don't know, it's got a bipod, I want to bench rest it. And first off, we are going to use nitro shot darts. I'll take a couple of shouldered shots. The next ammo is going to be X-Shot Pro darts. Whirly bird. Barrel's on. Oh, there we go. Pocket. Nice. Oh, this dart's probably not gonna like me. Yeah, that dart did not like me. Oh, that was a pink one. Did not realize I had any of those left. Nice. Alright. Round is complete. And finally, Ember darts. These are going to be a little bit lighter than the last two. that was bad. Oh. That barrel's sliding in there. We need to super glue that. There we go. Nice. That one. Pocket. Nice. And the final shot. Oh, you're kidding me. I hit every shot and then miss on the last one. That is honestly a little infuriating. Oh, yeah. That was the firing demo. Let's go back inside and talk about it. Alright, we are back inside with the Cynthia. Let's talk about it. Starting off with the practical stuff, I put this blaster through my chronograph, and I achieved an average velocity of 220 FPS. So yeah, this thing is hitting pretty good on a K25 is what the spring I have in it. And yeah, that's really the rest of the practical stuff. Now on to my personal opinion. I actually really enjoy this blaster. It is... I like bolt actions, and even though it's on the wrong side for me to be able to operate, you know, with full comfort, it is still rather fun to play with. I did field this at the meet that I got it at, and yeah, it was fine. Aside from it having a heavier and crunchier spring in it, K26, obviously, which is that spring that was in it, just K26. It worked fine, it felt fine, and of course when I got home I had to throw some K25 in it because that is just my spring. It's the spring that I like to use. But yeah. Now for a couple of, well, one thing that I would consider a flaw, and another thing that is just kind of weird. So, first, the thing that's a flaw is how this bolt has to be, bollocks, is how this bolt handle has to be attached. The bolt handle for the Cynthia has to be attached by gluing the bolt handle to breech connection piece, gluing it to the plunger tube. So not only do you have to be able to reverse it, not only do you have to probably mirror this piece as well, but you have to mirror the bolt handle housing, and it needs just a whole new plunger tube, which I think I would personally consider a design flaw of the blaster. this is not any particular issue with my unit or the person who built it, because the person who built this blaster is right-handed, so they're going to be most comfortable using it on this side. I am, in fact, however, left-handed, so I would be most comfortable using it on this side. So what I would have to do is bug somebody to print me a mirrored version of this piece, as well as I'd have to source a new plunger tube, which I might almost be willing to do. Why not, I guess. Just make sure this blaster is of utmost comfort for me. And another thing I've noticed with my unit specifically is the barrel sometimes just kind of shifts whenever I prime it. Let me see if I can... No? Worked that time. Huh. Sometimes the barrel will shift forward slightly on me and I have to push it back. And usually I can notice when I prime it. But that can be solved with, I don't know. Oh. That's what it is. I think I need an extra O-ring in here. And a bit of dust just came off my ceiling fan. Amusing. But I think it needs an extra O-ring here in the breech. And if there was one in there, when I got it, it fell out, which is honestly kind of funny, not gonna lie. But it functions properly, and I think I've gone like probably 20-25 shots with this before having to push the barrel back, which that's a lot for a bolt action. That's because bolt actions are slow. I don't think this is going to be a common problem for most Cynthias. Just make sure that whatever barrel sealing device that uses back here, I think it's an O-ring, I can just grab an O-ring off of something, gets installed properly, and yeah. Otherwise, again, my opinion of this blaster is highly positive. I do really enjoy this blaster, and I will enjoy it a lot more if I can get a left-handed bolt handle assembly for it. And yeah, I believe that is enough yappage for tonight. If you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All the YouTube funny algorithm jargon, whatever. And I will leave a purchase link for the Cynthia down below for both the hardware kit and the 3D parts kit. So that way, you know, for both people who have printers and want the Cynthia, and for people who don't have printers and want the Cynthia. Because I like to be all-inclusive. Anyways, that will be all from me today. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.